Before this episode begins, I'd like to thank Bryson for coming on the show and thank everyone who's been tuning in. If you'd like to support the podcast in other ways, please share it with anyone you think might enjoy it and rate it 5 stars on iTunes. Or if you'd like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/pastime, just like Kevin. Also, be sure to check out King Tamakos on Twitch. He's a variety streamer and good friend to the podcast. Thanks for listening. Here's the episode. Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Pastime Thinker podcast. I'm your host, Frederick Piquette, and today my guest is Bryson McBain. How are you, man?
I'm doing swell. How are you?
I'm good. Staying healthy, staying safe.
I'm trying to do all those things. I hope you are too.
Oh yeah. I mean, this must be difficult for you because I know that you're kind of addicted to going to the gym.
Well, I would say I was, and then I had a few months of forced rehab, or I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you needed rehab from your very clear dependency on going to the gym.
Yeah. So then I got a job moving things, and
Nice.
so now I lift people's couches and fridges and cabinets, and go home very sore at the
Oh,
end of the day.
do you have to wear a mask during all that heavy lifting?
Yep.
Oh, that. I mean, I'm a huge mask activist.
Yeah.
I think everyone should be wearing masks, but that still must suck.
I went on a 2 hour walk today, and I wore my mask the entire time. Like yeah, I'm not fucking around
Yeah.
with the mask.
I
So
mean, I probably could wear the masks more. I definitely always have a mask on me, but I only put it on when I go into businesses or into establishments and stuff like that. I always have it with me. I work in an office, so I have to have it on whenever I leave or enter the office, but
for sure.
as soon as I can take it off, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's exhausting wearing that thing. I swear it's changing the shape of my nose.
Oh, really?
I looked in the mirror and I could see. I think my nose is already just a bit odd, but I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe I'm just in my head. But
I mean with this weather too, you must be getting some pretty hilarious tan lines.
oh yeah, it's nasty. Big farmer tan.
Big farmer. Just what do they even look like? Do you just tell people you ski or something? Just
Um, I just say I don't even say anything. I just pick up the furniture. That's all.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's been a rough couple months for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, but yeah. You been listening to any good music or anything like that lately? What's since everyone's forced to fucking stay at home, everyone must be really delving into their personal interests at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always listening to music. What have
Hmm.
I been listening to recently? Let me pull it up. Um, Listening to Biggie,
Oh,
AC/DC, Shaggy.
Shaggy. Yeah, he's coming out with music again, right?
Is he?
I,
I was listening to some old ones.
Okay, I know he came out with I think a new song a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Is
I
he just
think yeah. He did.
yeah? Maybe he's just pulling a B.O.B. and they're just producing now, just not in the game anymore, but still producing other people.
What happened to B.O.B.?
I don't
Because
know. I don't.
he seemed awesome, and
Right?
no disrespect, he just seemed to fall off. And last thing I heard about him was he was freaking out about aliens.
Oh really? I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah,
I used to
and
be really, really, really into B.O.B.
yeah,
And then yeah, he just kind of stopped making music, and then I heard that he was producing all these other up and coming artists, and apparently he's just having more fun producing than making.
well, I mean that makes sense. I mean, yeah, he kind of when he dropped his first album, that was huge,
Yeah.
and the success of that probably was so much at once that I could see him okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a back seat and just help lift these guys up, and
I mean, it's definitely admirable, but you'd think that when you start blowing up like that, you just want to keep riding that train. Like,
yeah, I mean,
like,
it depends who you are, I guess, but
yeah, I don't know the industry that well, or the music industry that well, I should say. But you would think that producing should be the retirement plan, right? I've done all my shit, cool. Now time to keep making money, but I can't deal with this life anymore, so just gonna start helping other people. But he kind of just jumped right into it.
I don't. I actually haven't heard of any like production that he's done, but I'm I'm sure it's good. I actually one time I was at a what concert was it? He was he was opening for he was one of the openers for I think it was a Wiz Khalifa concert,
Okay.
and it was Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, ASAP Rocky,
Okay.
um, Kendrick Lamar, I think.
Okay.
Uh, or this? No, I think this might have been the year after, because I went to two Wiz Khalifa shows back to back. I think, like
Really?
year to
Like
year.
like the exact same shows?
No, no, not the exact same shows. Like back to back. So like uh, one summer and then the next summer. So
Okay.
um, I get the lineup mixed up. But anyway, Bob was there, and I remember me and my buddy, a couple of my buddies were there, and we're watching, and then I think we were gonna go get some beer or something. I can't remember, but so we were gonna leave our seats, and we're watching Bob, and uh, I think we were looking forward to more Wiz or
Mm-hmm.
ASAP or something, and so we're starting to leave, and then we were we turn away and we're looking down the aisle, and then like 20 seconds had passed, and then all of a sudden the entire audience turns our direction. So like we're like looking at the entire audience is facing us, and I'm like, the fuck's going on? So then I turn around. Bob is right like 10 feet behind me, standing on a chair. Like I don't know how fast he ran, but he somehow like I was in like how it's like the 100 section, the 200 section, and
Yeah.
the 300 section. I think I was at like the kind of maybe a few rows back from the very front of the 300 section.
Okay.
So he ran from the stage to the 300 section in like 20 seconds somehow.
To call you out.
Maybe I don't know.
Oh, you think it just
If
made him?
if he was calling me out, I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to upset you. I think you're great. If my alien comment hurt you, I didn't mean to hurt you. But
Just
yeah,
these fuckers turn their back on me.
I know you love airplanes. I know you love airplanes.
We can
Letters
be
from
like them.
Vietnam.
We can be like them.
Man, yeah, all love to Bob. He's I hope he's doing well.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you've been to a couple concerts. I've only ever been to one. The only people I've ever seen live is Headley.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that would have been maybe a year before whatever happened with them happened, and they kind of broke up, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, they were doing a show in my hometown, actually. Oddly enough, that place does not get a lot of traffic of that kind.
Hmm.
Yeah, they were wild. Like it kind of made me want to like get into more concerts. I just never really pursued it.
Concerts are fun, man. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't go to one right now, but they're a great time.
yeah, yeah. I know, like yeah, Headley. They were just fucking lot. Like they were just lit, man. Like the energy. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how any like traveling artist can just be at 110% every night for
Yeah.
however long their fucking tour is.
Yeah.
Like I know they probably don't because there's way too many stories of what bands do when they're on tour, but like if I was
Yeah.
in that position, it would literally be like sleep, 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 wheel me on stage, like up, let's fucking do this, get off
Yeah.
stage, sleep, 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 sleep.
Yeah. Didn't I think Dave Grohl broke his leg in the middle of a show, and then I think 30 minutes later, he got them to wheel him out to the middle of the stage, and he got a guitar, and he continued playing, and
Oh my god.
he was in a wheelchair with a cast around his leg.
I mean, Dave Grohl is fucking metal.
Oh
Like I know that like the Foo Fighters like don't really have that. Well, they do have that sound to them there, but like he was in Nirvana first.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's metal.
Yeah. He's rock and roll metal. He's a legend.
Oh
He's
yeah.
he's awesome.
Well, he has like a really rare voice if I remember correctly. He does like his singing voice. I think it's called like compression singing or something like that.
Impressions.
Yeah, it's basically like he sings from like the back of his mouth.
Mm.
And like
Back.
yeah, I've watched like a couple of like, you know, voice trainers and stuff like that, like critique quote unquote David Grohl, and like apparently in order to like acquire his like singing voice, like you either need to be born with it or you need to fucking practice at it.
Hmm. Yeah, he does have a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I've never heard anybody that like. I've never listened to anybody else and been like, "Hey, that guy sounds like Dave Grohl." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's always. He seems like the Keanu Reeves of music, you know.
Oh yeah, because he's a fucking sweetheart and everything. Like the fucking
Also a badass.
oh yeah, like I forget which city or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is already super well known, but there is this town or whatever that really wanted a Foo Fighters concert, and like it just wasn't in the schedule, right?
Hmm.
So like 100 of this town's local musicians came together and like performed a huge Foo Fighters tribute, and Dave Grohl saw that and he was like, "Nope, we're going there."
Holy shit, that's sick.
Yeah.
I heard one time some story of him at a restaurant, and he tipped the waiter $1,000. Like he just reached in his pocket
Oh my god.
and just pulled out $1,000 and was like, he just smiled,
The
put it
chicken
on the
was
table, and walked.
the chicken was cooked to perfection.
I gotta cook for Dave Grohl.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I got to cook for a celebrity one time.
Who?
Bo Burnham.
Really?
Yeah.
Did do you know if he liked what you
Oh,
cooked?
I don't know. I geeked out on him.
Oh,
I fucking oh, this is Bo Burnham's order. And I'm like, "Oh." And I was like, this one instruction isn't very clear. Better go ask him what this means." And then I kind of like came out to like talk to him, and then I realized like I was being a dork and I kept it very short. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that, and I just kind of like hid in the kitchen.
I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's hard to see what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, like, despite his appearance on stage, like, he himself is very right when he said that, like, he's very antisocial, like,
Hmm.
when he's out in public.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of performers and artists are, in a way. I don't know. Mostly talking out of my ass because I've never really met any of these people. But
Yeah.
yeah, could imagine. Yeah, I don't think if I ever ate with anybody famous.
I
No.
mean, a couple of our professors, technically.
True.
I
Shout
was,
out, shout out, Mark.
yeah, Mark Ingram. I was super happy to see Rick Waugh on the new season of Umbrella Academy.
I have to finish the first season because I want to watch the second season so that I can see him.
Oh my god, I lost my mind. For people not knowing what we're talking about, Bryson and I went to school for acting and voice acting, and our voice actor professor is Richard Waugh, and he's an amazing individual.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't really. I was just watching Umbrella Academy because I already watched the first season when that first came out. I love Umbrella Academy. I'm thinking about picking up the comic books,
Mhm.
and I just saw the side of his face, and I was like, no way. And Jillian was beside me. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I think that's my professor." "Oh, how can you tell?" I'm like, "No, wait,
How can you
wait."
tell?
I'm like, wait, and then the camera panned to him, and I just paused it. I'm like, "That's fucking Rick Waugh." And I was like,
Fucking Rick, man.
"Oh,
He was like I think all our teachers were great,
oh, absolutely.
but yeah, he was awesome. He
Oh
was
yeah,
man. I miss school.
yeah."
Yeah,
I do too. No, I don't. It's not that I miss school. I just miss like the time I had in school. You know,
yeah, yeah.
like it's one thing. Oh, I can go back to school and relive it all, but it's not going to be the same thing because
No, you're not gonna. Yeah,
it's not going to be the same course. It's not going to be the same classmates. It's not going to be the same situations. It's going to be all new again. It's probably going to be just as enjoyable, but it's probably not going to be the nostalgia that you're hoping for.
yeah. It's gonna be something different. Like
Yeah,
it was a once in a lifetime experience
yeah,
that we all lived together. And it was really cool.
yeah. I really, you know, like, not to be that guy, but I think everyone should go to college. If not for like the degree and the job and stuff, like just for the experience, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's once in a lifetime. But I
Oh,
mean,
for sure.
man, what do you? I mean, I don't want to turn this to a whole COVID discussion,
Oh,
but
go on though.
I'm just thinking like what's college gonna be like, in the
Yeah.
future? What are what's what are all the things that we thought were gonna be our normal lives? What is that gonna look like? Like.
I think everything's going to be irrevocably changed.
Hmm.
Like, there's no way we're going to go back to the normal we knew before.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, like, crowding and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's going to be a whole stigma attached to everything now. Because even 10 years from now, COVID's long gone, we have a vaccine, whatever. Everything's done for. Like, there's still going to be some people that, when approaching a crowd, they're going to be thinking, like, nah, this is how people fucking die.
Nobody's gonna want to go to a concert.
No. Like, that's going to be the scary part of, like, trying to get to some kind of normal.
Yeah. Because we were so used to just being in tight proximities with
Yeah.
thousands of people.
Well, like, even, like, again, going back to college, like, I remember, a couple of those dance clubs that we went to and those bars that we went to where it was just, like, jam-packed, wall-to-wall people.
Yeah.
It was, like, I just kept thinking, like, if COVID was going around then, like, I'd be scared to go there. Like, that would not be the same thing.
Yeah. I even get scared going to work, to be honest, because I mean, I'm I'm a mover, so
Yeah.
I mean, I have to go into people's homes. I have to, you know, move
That's what I mean,
their.
too. Is there any kind of, like, sanitation thing? Like, is there, like, a level of cleanliness that the homeowner needs to have before you guys are allowed in?
Um, that is it's a fair point. I think obviously there is, but I think there probably could be more. There probably could be more done to kind of like check the boxes.
Yeah.
Uh, I think we're doing a good job. Uh, Kind of, we are wearing masks, using hand sanitizer,
Yeah.
gloves. Um, we are letting people know that if they don't have masks, we have masks that we can give you.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the same
and
thing at my office. Like, we
yeah,
have a box of masks at the front. People come in without one. They're like, hey, you need to put one of these on if you don't have one. We have hand sanitizer at the door, which kind
yeah.
of sucks because, like, my hands are getting hella dry.
I heard it also hand sanitizer um, actually eventually can damage your hands. Like like obviously damage your hands, but damage your immune system.
Yeah,
Like your immune.
because
Yeah.
it doesn't know the good from the bad bacteria. It just kills it all, right?
Yeah. So I wonder if maybe we should have more hand washing stations.
As opposed to hand sanitizer.
Yeah, because then maybe we're just killing the immune system, and then
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
mean,
at the same time, though, it's not like people are taking baths in this stuff, right? It is just our
yeah.
hands.
Well, there's probably some hillbillies out there, but
Have
who knows? But yeah,
you
I
ever
think.
want to feel every cut on your body at the same time?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No. Um. But yeah, it's scary, man. It's scary being out there. It's
Oh, for
scary.
sure.
Like, and it just feels like everybody's stress levels are either heightened or easily escalated.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, I'm not that kind of guy in public, but I definitely have friends and family members that are like, oh, this one person didn't pass the fucking line, and, like, I threatened to knock him out because I'm not getting sick. And then there's other
Yeah.
people. But on the flip side, there's other people like, oh, no, it's all fake, man. It's all fake. This isn't real. This isn't real.
Dumbass.
Wake up, sheeple.
Dumbass. I hate hearing that. But yeah, man. Yeah, sheeple.
Yeah, wake up, sheeple.
Yeah, it's frightening how just how dismissive people can be.
Yeah,
Like,
like regardless if the figures that are coming out are being enlarged or being inflated in any way. Like even if you like uninflate some of those numbers, those are still alarming numbers.
Yeah.
Like it's basically like, oh, things aren't super bad, they're just really bad, so we don't need to be that worried.
That is, yeah, that's the stupidest reasoning.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you gotta. I think, yeah, it's such a weird time because then think of all the think of all the high school kids that got cut early.
my
Like,
bro- my
think of,
brother my brother was one of those.
oh man,
he
like,
he still got to graduate, but he didn't get the fucking graduation experience that I got, that you got.
yeah,
And like I feel really bad for him.
yeah, it's frustrating, man.
Yeah.
Because like, I think as a kid, you've always, for a lot of people, they would grow up kind of just visualizing that time,
Yeah. I
and then
mean,
to not have that.
yeah, like my graduation was an all-day event. I went to a Catholic school, so we had the ceremony at a church, and then we went to a banquet hall, and we had everybody there. We had a little bit of a dance, we had a cool little slideshow, speeches and stuff like that, and then we all fucked off into the bushes and had a huge fucking bonfire and got lit, right?
Yeah.
And I know Draven got his stuff. I think he got it mailed or emailed to him, and they essentially did a movie drive-in theater style graduation.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean it's better than nothing.
of course.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean it's nice to see that people went out of their way to
yeah,
get that done, so that people can actually kind of feel like they had a graduation.
yeah. But yeah, it was just. Well, it's still though. No one got to go up on that podium. No one got to
Yeah,
have the whole photo op moment. It's like
yeah.
no, it's just a
Hear
big.
their family cheering and
Yeah,
hear their friends clapping and all that. And, yeah, man, it sucks. And yeah, it's weird, man. COVID is a very strange time.
yeah, and like yeah, so like that's kind of what kind of pissed that. I just felt really bad for him, in all honesty. It's just because this is the year that he was supposed. Well, he did graduate, but not the way that everyone's always expecting it to happen.
Yeah,
And it's. I think the part that sucks most about it is that it is out of his control.
yeah,
Like it's not that like, oh, you don't get a graduation because you weren't doing your work or anything like that. It's like, no, so the universe decided to say fuck you, and sorry, like it is what it is.
yeah, yeah,
I-
yeah.
I'm just curious to see if they're actually going to start school on time in September.
Man, I don't even think they should. To be honest, I really don't think they should.
Well, the numbers were going down, and then they lifted a bunch of the restrictions, and now the numbers are going up again.
Why are kids from fucking grade 1 to 4? They don't have to have a mask on.
I think it's just because they're kids. Like they don't fucking understand,
Then,
right?
then keep them at home.
Yeah.
At home. Like, that is like that just seems so stupid.
Like only open up to the schools or only open up the grades for the students that should have like the mental capacity to like understand the situation, understand that like
Yeah.
this is for the betterment.
Yes. Like, yeah. If yeah, because oh my god, like I think that's really gonna be the center of the boom, like the new wave.
You think it's going to be because of children? Well, with
I think
schools
it's gonna
opening
be
up.
schools opening, kids not having masks,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna start from there because you can only kids only listen so much.
Yeah.
Like, you can't always have a bunch of good apples.
No.
So there's gonna be some kid who sneezes on another kid, and
Yeah, especially since it's extra not allowed now. So I got to be a little shit disturber and like, "Oh, what are you going to do?" And
and then kids, I think I think kids just have a natural thing in them to kind of go against the rules. So like it's frightening to think about.
well, especially at that age because like not only like by at that age they're slowly trying to become their own person. So of course they're not going to listen to rules that other people are putting on them cuz like no, like this is me. Like that. Like you can't tell me what to do.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's why they're just making it optional for those grades, just because it's probably going to be so much of a headache to make it mandatory for them.
Yeah. I Man, I really, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. From the sounds of what they're gonna do, it doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't know why
Yeah.
they want to keep doing this.
Well,
Like, I mean, I know why they want to keep doing this, but I don't know why they want to rush. It just seems so really like unstable.
yeah.
It's like there's for you to say kids don't have to wear masks. I understand like why, but like that it's ah,
Yeah. Like I understand the reasoning for doing that, but it doesn't. The reasoning doesn't justify doing it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's very cringy, very cringy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's something that I haven't really had to worry about, right? Because I'm out of school, I'm out of college. Like, I don't like. I'm very well in control of where I go in terms of like crowds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's not really something I need to think about. But I do have a young niece and nephew who technically should be going back to school. And
Yeah.
my nephew is really young. He's only 5, so he's gonna be
Wow.
he's gonna be in a class of people who don't mandatorily have to wear masks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. Oh, man. Yeah. My parents said if I was a kid, they would not be sending me to school.
Are they making it mandatory? Do you know? I haven't really looked much into it. Like,
For kids to go back to school.
yeah,
Um. Well, I think it's quote unquote mandatory. Maybe. I'm pretty sure you have the option to say no,
yeah,
and even if you don't, say no. Like yeah, don't. Yeah. If I had a kid, I would not be sending him to school.
yeah.
That's yeah.
Well, I mean, like 2-3 months ago, when the numbers were going down, 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 it was really looking like, oh, we should be good by September. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
let's lift some of the restrictions, and it's like,
So the
it,
thing is, we don't know like what this virus is fully capable of, and like
yeah,
we're still getting to know it,
yeah,
and who knows if it's gonna have like a mutation of some sort or some sort of evolution.
yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't want to drive both of us mad with conspiracy theories, but it's yeah. I mean, I think we got to be really careful. I think the we just got to focus on a vaccine.
Yeah, which I know a lot of people have been. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if this vaccine comes out when it's scheduled to, I think it's gonna break. I read a thing. Apparently, it'll break like the world record for like fastest vaccine ever made and distributed.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it works.
And even that said, I think they said like, well, like a couple like 5 or 6 months ago when they were first talking about it, they said it should take like a year and a half to 2 years before it's ready for distribution, and even then, it'll be the world record fastest vaccine ever made and distributed.
Yeah, I heard. I saw it wasn't. I just saw some headline of Canada has reserved, I think, 1 million vaccines or something like that.
Oh, for when it's ready?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably definitely be getting that shot when it comes out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Just-
I mean, I've gone through this whole thing relatively unscathed.
That's good.
We had a small scare at my office, and besides that, it cleared out. Everything was fine, and we're like, okay. So like, we're just continuing with the precautions, and yeah, hopefully we'll be good to go as this starts dying down again. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. I think. Yeah, and I think also uh, keeping the borders closed
At least,
is
yeah.
you can't be the states are wilding, bro. They're fucking wilding.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we'll be okay as long as we don't open those doors.
Yeah, yeah. And I think for now, this would probably be a good time to leave off just to do a small ad break.
Yep.
So we'll be back very shortly.
Gotta pee.
This episode is sponsored by Brotherhood MFG. Brotherhood MFG is a clothing brand centered around cart culture with a fresh style. They've even given me a special discount code to give to you guys. So if you go to teespring.com/stores/brotherhoodmfg and use discount code PASTIME in all caps, you'll get a 13% discount off the entire store. All right, and we're back. Did you enjoy that little break there, Bri?
Oh, it's good. I can't stand this. So
Yeah.
I need my separation.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we can end it now if you want. Like we only got.
I'm really not enjoying myself.
Yeah, we only got like half an episode in, but yeah, if you're not feeling it.
Yeah, no, I just don't like you.
Wow.
I'm joking.
It's okay. I don't like me either. So.
Oh, wow. Man, I miss seeing you, man. Miss hanging out.
Well, we literally went from seeing each other 5 to 6 times a week to like not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing that going to college will do to you, especially like if and when you make friends in college.
Yeah. You're so used to seeing them every day, and then poof.
Like certain antics and like certain like the way certain people work together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time you and I actually had a conversation.
At the bus stop, right?
Yeah, I was asking for directions because like I was so scared of getting lost in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't know if like I approached you or if like I just kind of like walked near you.
You're walking near, and then I think I said something, or maybe
just did one of those head nods, like one of those guy head nods, like I know you.
Guy head nods.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah. That would have been like, would that have been the first day of class or like the second?
At least the first week.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, that was the first week. I don't know if it was the first day. I think it might have been the second day.
Oh yeah, no, the majority of the first week of college is like a blur to me. Like
yeah.
It was like a lot of new experiences for me, like all coming at once. Like like legitimately like from a small town going to Toronto, not knowing anyone, like I took a year off in between high school and college, so like getting used to like another like a school schedule, but not quite like a high school schedule because sometimes the classes started and ended at weird times.
Yeah, that was such a bizarre time. I remember going there thinking that I was only gonna go there for the work, like like the school. Like I would just go there, get the schooling done, soak up what I need to learn, and then come home. And but then man, yeah, just the whole like family energy that was like created there was.
Oh yeah.
It was a beautiful thing.
And like I don't know if I'm overhyping our group or not, but I just didn't quite feel that with the other groups.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I definitely didn't sense as much of a link in arms. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They some of them seemed really tight, and then some of them seemed just.
Oh, there is definitely like you could definitely notice like cliques within the other classes, but like excluding 2 or 3 people, like pretty much our entire class was super close knit.
Yeah.
Like a good like 12 to 15 of us just always hanging out with each other in class, out of class. Yeah. Some combination of those 12 to 15 people at all times. And, like, it's just really weird what, like, adding or removing one of those people would change the whole dynamic of that group.
Yeah. Yeah, that, man. A lot of drama.
We're theater kids.
Yeah.
It's super normal.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we can't get into the details of.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, there.
Every family fights.
Every family fights.
I remember going, especially for like acting and stuff like that, like going to school for that was very humbling for me. Because like things that would have been like something worth bragging about at home was like normal. Like I was actually just talking to Jill about this the other day, but like I remember when we first started covering Shakespeare in our first year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh yeah, no, I was one of those freaks in English class that like just picked up on Shakespeare super easy." And then like one by one everyone else was like, "Yeah, me too. Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, me too." I'm like, "Oh, that's right. Like we're all the same fucking person here cuz we're all
Why
fucking
we're here?
exactly." And I was like, "Dang, like in any other of my circles back home, like that would have been impressive to say, but yeah, no, you're right. Like we're all here because we're all that person." And I remember that being like really humbling.
Yeah, they man, that man, that whole course, I think, taught me so much, and I feel like there's so much. I feel like there's so much I've forgotten. But, like I feel like there's so much that I'll never forget, and
Oh, for
it's
sure.
it's man, yeah, like yeah, and it was definitely humbling just going to
Yeah.
that and like
Oh,
I think
and then meeting some of the professors and then just being like overwhelmingly humbled. Like
yeah,
oh yeah, like no, like yeah, if you give me a couple weeks there, like I can memorize this Shakespearean monologue no problem. I understand what I'm saying. I know what it is. And then like to talk to one of the professors that are like, "Yeah, I got about 6 or 7 of those in my head at the ready at any given time, just say when." And I
yeah,
was like, "Fuck. Like I can't do that. I don't have that."
yeah. I want to like yeah, just seeing like their level
Yeah.
of just dedication is amazing,
It
and
was
like for them
equal.
to be acting, teaching, and living, like just having like
Right?
just like it's it was inspiring
Yeah,
to be around.
it was as equally inspiring as it was intimidating
Yeah,
because like again, like we all came from the same roots, right? It's like what would have impressed our acting teachers in high school is the bare minimum
yeah,
for our college professors.
yeah.
It was like, "Oh, I did that scene. I memorized every word. I acted it out. I understood what I was saying. I was living in the moment." It's like, "Yeah, cool. You get a B plus." And I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, they really make you dig deep.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, if you're not crying, you're not inspiring. Like,
If you're not
like,
crying, it's inspiring.
oh yeah, and it was just like all these like finer notes and stuff like that that just like I never realized were there.
Man.
Like
Yeah,
just how much you can dig into particular scenes and stuff like that, and just like lose yourself in a character.
yeah. I really enjoyed watching you. Fuck, what's the character's name?
I played a couple characters during our
Yeah,
time.
yes, you did. What was it called?
Talking about Philly.
Philly. I loved watching you play Philly.
Oh, I almost cried when we finished that
Man,
because
that was so fun
like
doing that whole thing.
outside of college, like there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna get to play that character anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, because we're a bunch of college students, right? Like I'm playing like a fairly old man, right?
Hmm.
And like I was just like I loved the character so much, and I'm like, outside of college, there's no way anyone ever would ever hire me for this character.
Yeah.
And like
Even
I remember,
maybe 15 years from now.
yeah, I just remember being very distraught about
Yeah.
that. I really connected with that character.
Man, you killed that character. That was awesome watching you just, and then even like just day to day, like seeing you explore it and like find new things and showing up every week and like
I don't know, it was fun working with you. I worked with you in a lot of those scenes too. Like I forget the name of your character as well.
I'm forgetting mine. What was,
We can't both forget his name.
started with an R.
Oh, Randy? No.
No. R. Uh,
Rolly.
Was it Rolly?
I think it may have been Rolly.
Rolly.
Yeah.
Stevie or Rolly?
Steven. Yeah.
Stevie. No, Stevie was my brother or my no my no no. Was I the uncle? Oh man,
You were the uncle. You were the uncle.
I was the uncle.
Uncle Rolly.
Yeah, Uncle Rolly.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
That
that was just fucking hilarious. Like you did play that character so well. It's just, and especially because of like your bot, like you're built like a shit brick house. Like
Thank you.
like you're super fucking like you're wide, you're muscular, your stature, and like just to play like this comic relief character was just fucking like I think your body type alone like just made it 10 times more hilarious.
That's awesome. Thank you, man. Yeah, yeah. I miss playing that character. That was
Yeah,
a lot. I miss doing the whole. Cause that was yeah. I did the opening scene.
yeah.
Like I'm looking through the window, freaking out like, oh, they didn't find us. That was
Oh,
so much fun.
yeah. No, you opened it and I closed it, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was. I miss just working on a project like that
yeah. I miss just working with actors and
in
just
person
yes,
on a set.
that is what I miss. I miss just being in a room with a bunch of people saying silly shit and trying to memorize lines and blocking scenes and not thinking of keeping 6 feet and
Oh my god.
you know.
I mean, okay, I have a question.
Okay.
How close to a performance date have you gotten before being fully memorized?
Um. Oh. I think 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty well in this. There's been a couple times where, like, I think I have it memorized, but it's due tomorrow, so I need to be doubly sure.
Yeah. Like the I feel like the short film we did with Conrad,
Yeah, that one was difficult for me.
that was difficult for me, and I feel like I didn't prep enough. Like I never even watched the short film because I
Yeah?
was just like I was in my head. I was like I didn't do a good job. It's like I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like I was being rough on myself, but at the same time, I know that I could have done better. So
With me, it was a lot of the Shakespeare stuff. And it wasn't the dialogue per se that I had issues memorizing, but it was like the delivery.
yeah,
Because, like, yeah, every time you reread Shakespeare, you learn something, right? And you go like, "Oh fuck, I think this is what he means when he's saying that." And then
yeah,
you got to change the whole performance that way you can deliver that one line in a certain way to show that you know what you're like, you know what you're saying.
yeah,
That I'd always be okay with the dialogue. It was the delivery that I always had difficulty memorizing.
yeah. I found Mark's guidance on the like on just like he wouldn't tell you how to say it, but he would tell you like this is what this means,
Yeah.
and he would kind of like he would simplify it. I think at least for me, he would say it in a way where it just clicks in my head, and then I go, oh, okay, so you want it like that, and then
Yeah.
that helped a lot.
Mark was particularly good at pushing us.
Yeah, he was great. One of my favorite teachers, favorite. I love
Yeah,
that guy.
for sure, for sure. Like, I playfully, I know I got into a couple of arguments with him because I think he wanted a certain thing out of me for certain characters and stuff like that. And I was just like, no, I don't think, like, that's not how I want to deliver it, Mark. This is my understanding of it. And he's like, are you sure this is your understanding of it? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure. And then, like, I just, like, over explained why I think this is what, like, certain lines and stuff meant. And he was like, all right, man, you do you then. Like, if you play it convincingly, then you're good to go. But, sure.
Man,
And then
I
he,
feel like watching Mark, you just learn so much. Even like him not acting, just him
yeah,
being a teacher, like seeing him have to like, because he would have to get in, like he would have to get in your business at times. Like
mm-hmm.
just he would go to a he would push you to a very personal place.
Oh yeah,
He would know he's pushed you there, but at the same time he knows like,
oh
oh,
yeah.
now I have to know when to ease up, when to
Like,
it was.
yeah, he's only ever really done that with me one time,
Hmm.
and it was when I did the Django monologue, the Leonardo DiCaprio Django monologue,
Oh yeah,
and he made me do it like 5 times,
yeah,
and he just kept going, "Do it angrier, do it angrier,
yeah,
get more angry."
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's yeah that was That was intense.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't quite remember actually doing my final delivery on it. I think I may have blacked out.
Yeah,
I
I remember the last one being. I remember feeling it.
I
Feeling
just I remember starting the monologue, and then I remember finishing the monologue, and like I may have had some like dribble on my chin.
it.
And like I was like, oh, what? And I just like
Yeah,
felt like this energy just like fucking I felt going from 100 back to 0. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
yeah, man. Yeah. That was intense. And then oh yeah, just and then I think weren't yeah that was you had to you didn't have to did you have to say it to Brandon?
No, I had to say it to Hans Keegan.
Oh, okay. Somebody had to do a. Oh, no, no. Okay, I know. Never mind. So many memories that like they
Oh,
get
they
all.
just get blended.
Yeah. It's like, oh wait, no, that memory is this memory. That yeah. I gotta take an alpha brain or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to Joe Rogan.
oh my god. Oh, take a little sip of water. Yeah, no, it was just I learned so much more than I thought I would ever. Like well, again, because we don't know, like, it's, at least going into it, we didn't know what college was going to be like, especially like an acting program. Like,
Yeah.
I just expected like, oh, it's just like high school drama class, but just all day.
Nope. Yeah. No, it's yeah. That was like acting boot camp.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
feel
like,
like it was. Yeah, that was. It was intense at times.
yeah, I just want to be able to like use those skills that I've learned there to like pursue other projects.
Hmm.
Like after being outside, like after finishing the program and being out there, like I kind of want to focus more on creating stuff than performing myself now.
Yeah.
And like I got a couple of projects on the go now, and like I'm hoping to start one of them
Yeah.
particularly soon. But the first one I wanted to get out of the way for sure was this podcast.
Hmm.
Just enjoying absorbing information, talking to people.
Yeah. Can you are you can you talk about the other
Uh,
project or
yeah.
do you not want to?
Oh no, I can talk about it. I mean, again, it's still very much in the works, but I'm with a couple of our other classmates from college. Actually, I'm putting together an e-series.
An e series?
Yeah,
What's an e series?
it's basically like an audiobook, but podcast
Oh,
format.
okay.
Yeah, and that's been working on that for a couple of weeks now.
Cool.
All pastime thinker previous guest as well. It's a project I'm working on with Ryan Caravo and Noah Gibney. Yeah,
Shout out the boys.
shout out to the boys. Refer back to those episodes. Oh, but yeah, no, it's just I've been. It didn't going through that program. It really increased my appreciation for acting and stuff like that. But it really did spark uh, the creativity in me. Like it made me want to create stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of stopped being about like I want to be the one to deliver those amazing lines, and more like I want to be the one to put those words together for someone else to say.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like yeah that program just kind of like blew up the doors, and
Yeah,
it's just like you know what I can see how I can use all these skills to
yeah,
put towards this. I see that now I don't really want to be the star. I want to be the creator, or
hmm,
you know, and it's yeah. I feel like I'm kind of on the same wave. I wanna make my own stuff. I do want to act still, but like
hmm,
it's I think it's comes with time, comes with opportunity,
yeah.
kind of
It comes with patience too, man.
patience, being just being ready for the right moment,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I mean I've uh, I've joined an agency, but
Oh, that's
I
great.
was actually I was gonna make a demo reel, a new demo reel,
Okay.
and, uh, and then studio I was gonna go to, I was gonna get some help with a monologue, and then
Hmm.
just kind of brush up on that, and then film it in a professional studio. Have a professional kind of
Oh yeah,
give
because
me some guidance, and
like
then yeah,
your own ability to act is one thing, but if you can't do it like with proper like visual and audio quality,
yeah,
it can ruin the whole thing.
yeah,
And like that's another thing that I've like struggled with with the podcast because
mm,
especially doing like these interviews and stuff like that through Skype and Discord and whatnot, like I can do the best that I can to make sure that my microphone is quality and stuff like that, but like I have no control over you guys. Like I've had people on the show with anything between like their own high quality microphones to like the earbuds on their earphones,
yeah,
and like it definitely requires more and or less editing at the end of it,
hmm,
but like quality is what matters, right?
for sure,
In all aspects.
yeah, quality over quantity,
Yeah. And I mean, I know that like I know my releasing schedule hasn't been that good. Like again, like there's been some months where I release an episode of the podcast, like every week for like 2 months straight, and then I take a month break because I need to make sure everything's on the up and up.